friends, welcome back to my channel. I am C. Shilpa Surana and we are in the middle of the series Basics of Stock Market. In this series, we are trying to cover various important concepts relating to market which will help you understand the market in a better way. So, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Also, if you like the content of this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. In our previous episode, we had seen what is BSE and NSE. If you have not seen that episode, I'll give you the link in the description box below and in the iCard. So do check it out because then this video will make more sense to you. So now let's start with today's discussion. So like we had seen in our previous episode that BSE and NSE is a stock market of India. So these are the markets where basically you can buy and sell shares or securities. Alright. Now having understood that, what do you think that if you actually want to buy and sell shares, do you have to physically go to BSE or NSE? So the answer for that is no. See, there are various ways how you can do it. Like you can give a call to your broker or you can visit your broker's office or you can do it online. But the fact is that you can't go to BSE or NSE even if you want to, and you don't have to go because there are various other options, right? So why would you travel to Mumbai to buy or sell shares? Okay, having said that you don't have to physically go there. You can do it online as well as through calls to your broker or visit your broker's office. Now let's try to understand what is the prerequisite if you want to buy or sell shares in stock market. Okay, so for that you need three types of account. First account is trading account, second account is saving account, third account is demat account. Okay, now let's see all these accounts one by one. Okay, so first is trading account. Now if you want to buy or sell any share, you need a trading platform where you can buy and sell. So these trading accounts are provided by brokers. So who are these brokers? These are basically, you call them depository participant also. Now I will tell more about it in my future videos wherein I will be talking about various participants of the market. But understand one thing, that if you want to open a trading account, you need to open with a broker. So Zerodha is my broker. Like there are various other like Upstocks, Grow, or Angel Broking or HDFC Securities. So there are multiple brokers out there and you can choose wisely one broker which suits you well. Alright. So you need an account with a broker, that is known as a trading account, if you actually want to buy or sell, because they will provide you a platform on which you can buy and sell the shares or securities. Alright. So now having understood that the first requirement is that you need a trading account. Coming to the second requirement. Okay. So second requirement is like if you want to buy and sell, of course you need money. So of course you need a saving account. Okay. So you need a saving account which is linked to your trading account, and through that saving account you can do money transfer to your trading account and you can buy and sell shares through your trading account. Okay. So trading account was the first account that we had seen. You have to link your saving account, that is your second account, with your trading account, and through that you can do the transaction. Now some prerequisite for the savings account. So this account has to be in your name, and once you link this account to your trading account, you can do the transaction with this account only. Okay, you cannot do it like today I have linked my HDFC bank account to Zerodha account, and then tomorrow I want to transfer money from my ICICI bank account to Zerodha account. So that's not possible. I mean, that is possible if you change your this linked account. Okay, so if you have earlier linked your savings bank account of HDFC, you have to change it. It will take some time, and once your ICICI bank starts reflecting after the change, only then you can do the transfer from your ICICI bank to your trading account. Alright, so I hope it's clear that you need a trading account first of all, which has to be with your broker. Various types of broker like Zerodha, Upstocks, Grow, etc. provide you this trading account. Second is a savings account which is with your bank. So it can be with HDFC, ICICI, any bank. But prerequisite is it should be in your name and it should be linked to your trading account. So whichever account is linked to your trading account, through that you can do transactions. Like you can add funds in your trading account and you can withdraw funds from your trading account. Okay. So now we had seen that you wanted to buy and sell. Second, we saw that you wanted money to buy and sell. Third is after you buy or sell, you need shares also, right? I mean, something should be added to your account and something should be reduced from your account basically. So for that you need a demat account. So that is the third account, the third important requisite. Now, what is this Demat account? So, Demat account is the account which have your share in electronic form. See, currently in India, if you want to trade any share on stock exchange, you need to have it in Demat form, that is dematerialized form. That is something which don't have physical shape or form, which you cannot touch or feel. It is Demat, okay? So now why you can't touch or feel it is because it is in electronic form and hence you can't touch and feel it. So now the question is, how do you store this electronic share? You need a Demat account wherein if you buy any share, those will be added to your Demat account, and when you sell any shares, it will be reduced from your Demat account. Okay, so that is the use of your Demat account, wherein you have your shares in electronic form. Earlier it was in physical form, and hence you used to get physical share certificates which you used to save in your Almirah and your locker, but now it is in Demat form and you have to save it in your Demat account only. That's the only option you have. Alright, so the third account is Demat account. Now with whom do you open this Demat account? Okay, you need to open this Demat account with depositories. Now basically when I say you, actually you don't have to do it, your bank or your broker can do it, but I'm just telling you the account has to be opened with depositories. Now what is depository? That we will look in another video, wherein I'll be covering various participants in the market, out of which depository is one participant, and it has very important crucial roles in stock market. So we will see that in another video, but for now you understand that if you want to open a Demat account, it has to be open with depository, and there are currently two depository in India, CDSL and NSDL. Okay, so out of these two depositories, one depository will be chosen for you, and in that you can open your Demat account. Now when I say you, of course it does not mean physically you, it can be your broker or your bank. So one important thing that I want to highlight here is how many trading account you can have, how many saving bank account you can have, and how many Demat account you can have. You can have multiple trading accounts. You can have it with Zerodha, you can have it with Upstocks also, you can have it with Grow also at the same time. Okay, how many savings bank account you have? As many as you like. You can have n number of savings bank account also, and you can have multiple Demat account also. Okay, so one more thing that I want to highlight here is there are few banks now which provides you 3-in-1 service, wherein they will provide you Demat account also, they will provide you savings bank account also, and they will provide trading account also. Okay, so you can opt for this 3-in-1 services, or if you want it separately, like I have it separate. My savings bank account is with HDFC, but my Demat account and my trading account is with Zerodha. Okay, so I can have it separately also, and I can have 3-in-1 service also if I want. It purely depends on you that how you want to open it. Okay, so one more important thing about Demat account is, see, like I told you, the Demat account has to be opened with the depositories, right? So when you are opening this Demat account, you get another one account number. In case of CDSL, it is a 16-digit numeric number, okay? And in case of NSDL, it is 14-digit numeric and 2-digit alphabets are there. So IN XXXXX, okay? So IN is alpha and the remaining part is numeric. Having understood all the three account types, I will be making a quick tutorial that how you can open your account in Zerodha. So this is not a paid promotion, but I just thought to quickly show you practically that how you can open your account in Zerodha, what all documents you need for the same and stuff like that. So I will be shortly making a video on the same and uploading it. So do check that out if you have still not opened your account. The process is really simple, guys. It will hardly take 10 minutes for you to open your trading account and start your investing journey. Alright, so stay tuned for that video. Okay, so I hope you have understood now all these three types of account, and you have understood that all these three are linked. So as soon as you trade, you need funds, and for that your saving banks need to be linked, and as soon as your buy and sell transactions are executed, you will have to add shares in your Demat account or reduce share from your Demat account. So for that, even your Demat account needs to be linked with your trading account. Okay, so all these three works in conjunction with one another when you are doing any transaction on stock exchange. Okay, so now having understood all this thing, let's move to the next concept, which is contract note. Okay, so what is contract note? See, when you are doing any transactions on Zerodha, like when you buy or sell, I mean not just Zerodha, when you are doing any transactions through your trading account, your broker within 24 hours of execution of that transaction is supposed to send you a contract note. Now, what is this contract note? This contract note is a note, or it is like a receipt. Okay, when you buy anything from a store, you get a receipt, right? That you have made a purchase of so and so value. This is the bill. This is the stuff that you have purchased, etc., etc. details. Okay. Similarly, is a contract note. It is a receipt of whatever you have bought on that day or sold on that day. Okay. So now when I'm doing any buy or sell transaction with Zerodha, within 24 hours, Zerodha is supposed to send me a contract note. Now what details are mentioned on this contract note? See, various brokers might have somewhat different format, but more or less all the details inside it should be same, and it is mandatory from SEBI's side that every broker has to send contract note if you have done any transaction during that day. Okay. So what details that contract note will have? It will have various details like what is my ID, client ID like in Zerodha, what are the shares that are purchased, what are the shares that are sold during that day, and other tax which are levied on these transactions, plus brokerage which is levied, plus other admin charges which are levied. So it is a complete receipt kind of thing wherein all these details are mentioned. Now, I want to give you quickly some background on why SEBI came out with this rule that brokers have to send contract note to their customer within 24 hours. So for that, let's go into a little bit of history first. Okay. So earlier, how it used to happen was online trading was there, but it was not so much prevalent. Okay. So now at our fingertips, we can see that how many shares we are having in our portfolio, what is purchased, what is sold, etc., etc. Earlier, it was more on calls. Okay. You will call your broker, you will place orders, you will tell them to sell, and they will handle it on your behalf. Okay. Now, what can happen in those situations? Suppose you are not intimated about what is happening. So you might feel that what is the harm? My trading account is linked with my Demat account and it is linked with my saving bank account. So if he purchases anything, the shares will come to my account only, and if he sells anything, then the money will come into my savings bank account only. But the problem is that the broker is not doing all this to get your sales proceed, or to get the shares which you are purchasing. Why it is doing it? It is doing for the brokerage part. Okay. What it can do is, as many number of transactions it will enter, it will be benefited with the brokerage. So they will enter into as many number of transactions. So they can buy multiple shares from the fund which is there in your trading account, and they can sell multiple shares which are there in your Demat account. Okay. And what will happen is the sales proceed will come in your account only, but they will be benefited with the brokerage part. And while selling, they are not going to think of your benefit, that whether you are deriving any profit out of it or not. They are thinking about themselves, and what they will do is to earn brokerage, they might go and sell your shares tomorrow. Okay. Now in this situation, the investor is at loss, and this is a malpractice from the broker's side. So to curb such activity, SEBI came out with the rule that you have to send contract note within 24 hours. So guys, please ensure that when you are opening your trading account with your broker, you do give your correct email ID and you receive that contract note. This will help you to identify if something fishy is happening with your account or not. Okay. And do track it. If you have made a purchase, please take out 2 minutes and see that the details are correct or not, whatever you have purchased is reflecting as is or not. So by this way, you can avoid getting trapped in any ill practice from your broker. Alright, so that's all guys from my side. I hope you like the content of this video. If you do like, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe my channel for more such videos. Also, my next video is going to be a Zerodha tutorial. Please note, this is not a paid promotion. I had opened an account and I just thought if you need a help in opening that account, you can check that video out and start your investing journey also. It is going to be really simple and really quick. Alright, so I'll see you in my next video. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Bye.